I'm telling you, like, literally, like, this is one thing where I'm gonna be, like, just honest with you guys. I swear, like, either I'm just so fucking biased at this show at this fucking point, or I'm just like, why is, like, legit every chapter I've been reading for, like, near the past, like, fucking 8 weeks or something, like, 8 chapters worth, been like, 9 to 10, I think it's just, like, this is just what, like, Gintama does. It just happens to have, when shit hits the fan, and when it's good, and it shows you the meaning, and it's, like, just fantastic. Boy, we already know how I'm gonna like this chapter already, aren't we? So we cut off immediately from the start of this, where we get to see Gintoki and Umibozu, and it's just like you see the respect saying, you know, like, we've seen, like, talking saying, like, you know, I think Kagura wants to save Kanwi, even if she, like, hurls insults at him. She wants to go back to being, like, the big brother that she used to be. Even if there comes a time when you, like, and him confront each other, I want you, you know, I'm sure that, you know, like, you need to do it. And it's like, even still, you know, Earthlings are weird, you know, they make, like, grapes of the foes that they hate, hiding behind this hatred at the same level of love. Maybe you Earthlings can find an answer different from the one I did. And just, like, him seeing Gintoki, a pure fucking human, going against a Yato, and even Umibozu confirming that, yes, Kamui right now is stronger than what fucking Hosen was during, like, the whole fucking Yoshihara Flames. Now, I don't think they will confirm that he was, like, this is, like, because obviously when he was in the Yoshihara Flames, that wasn't his prime. And I gotta say, he's stronger than what fucking Hosen was. Weak Hosen. And it's like, it took Gintoki and a bunch of people to take down Hosen. This time, it's just fucking Gintoki taking him down. It's like, with a sword, with just one sword, no less, like that. And he's like, he's that fucking strong that he hit fucking, like, him right in the neck like that he's making him bleed. And just, oh my god, Kamui, my god, what you're doing to Gintoki's body, punching and breaking his fists like that. It's just like putting him into the wall, destroying his rib cage like that. It's just like, he's even saying, like, you're reckless and all that. It's like, you, an Earthling against a Yato, you think you can win? And it's like, and even Kamui, as he's holding his fucking hand like that into his skull, pushing him, and even when he tried to use his other sword, he grabs his boot and he just snap, like, Gintoki's fingers just fucking break like that. They're just fucking broken. Like, there's no way, like, those things are going to be moving for a while. It's just like, you know, and just like when Kamui just gives him that speech, it's like, I want it to become empty. Unless you're empty, then you can't be a vessel for the strongest title and for it to fit in. You were happy to be on your little planet protecting your own family like that. You weren't prepared to become empty. Then why do you stand in front of me, Gintoki? Like that. The ones that took everything from her were you and me, her two idiot brothers like that. And just right as she's gonna fucking finish with his fucking broken fingers, and if not, they're more broken than what they fucking are now, because he takes the blunt of his fucking hand right there as his fist go like that. There, like, I'm surprised his fucking fingers aren't there. Like, he takes that and then uses his full force, his knee, to fucking get that weakened arm of Kamui and smash it up and kick him off him like that. And it's just like, you see, like, Gintoki's fingers are nothing. Like, they are gone. They are, like, literally broken. Like the man can't even do anything. And, like, you see him trying to pick up the sword and he's, like, twitching like that. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, like that. And it's saying, like, you're, like, I just, like you said, I'm a guy who's a long way from being the strongest in, like, in the universe, but you might be closer, and I don't plan on losing and all that, like that. Any strength that's got nothing to lose, nothing to protect, is the same as weakness. He fucking bandaged his own sword to his hand, just so he can fucking wield it. This is how fucking, like, and he can't even put the bandages on properly. He's using it with his bare fucking grit teeth, and it's just like, if you're, like, no longer to protect or to prepare to lose, then you can't take a thing from me. And it just keeps going at it, and Gintoki, with his fucking broken hand, with his sword, still keeps attacking him, and it's just like, you still keep going at it, and it's just like, these two are the ones that kind of understand a lot, because Kamui is, like, where he is right now is what happened to Gintoki. The only difference was Gintoki didn't have anything, like, at all after the end of this and all that. It's like, you know, and even with, like, Umibozu saying, it's like, you know, Kamui shouldn't be, like, he shouldn't be losing his dominance, and all that, but it's like, this unease that Gintoki said, like, you're getting from him and all that, is that a man that's, like, life, like, there's still fire in his eye. He believes in himself that he is gonna win. That is, you know, he's like, not inferior to this man like that, and just like each time that man like siddles over him in that man's blade, he just keeps fucking hitting him, and it's just like, I love it. And all that, saying, you know, that man kept fighting for it, but for a different name, unlike the strongest, and just hearing, saying like, what you get, like, just the words that you heard from him like that is like, you know, what are you looking at? I need to know. You're not looking at your enemy. You're not looking at like the strongest neither. You fought Hosen. You fought fucking Takasugi. You were fighting alone in some different place then. Who is your enemy, Gintoki? Let me know. And it's just like, I'm the same as you. I'm empty. I lost everything, and knowing the fear of loss, I lived on empty, and I lived on without meaning in my life, without a name. And what gave me back to, like, you know, to this empty vessel was your little sister and Shinpachi. Those were the things that I had. You know, all those people that went into my life, they gave me a name against. Like, that is the depressing thing about Gintoki right there, is that before the series started, the man was a fucking husk. You know, even with all the dumb shit that he does, even with like a lot of his characteristics, you can even see it's like he was just getting on by like life, and like even when he was giving that fake smile throughout the entire day, he was like, there was that option where he was like, today is the day I'm gonna kill myself. Like, that's the thing. Like, out of all the characters, he has probably been the most suicidal out of all of them. And it's like, this man right now, like, if this little girl and this guy wasn't like in his life, and all these other people that he made bonds with, he would have ended his life, I think, like, a lot. Like, honestly, I feel like if this didn't happen, it's like if you had like one of those weird like what if situations, if Gintoki didn't meet like Kagura, if didn't meet Shinpachi, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. It's like fucking they found Gintoki in some fucking gutter. Like, I am honestly not surprised if that was the case. And it's like, you know what, like, I'm not running away anymore, you know, not from protecting or from losing. And it's like, you know, and when he fucking said like that, it's like especially in the last chapter, like that one, he said that we're both her fucking brother. I'm not gonna lie, I was like that, that got to me a lot. Like when they said that to Kagura, I was like, that's what she is to me, and that proves it right there. Like, I said it so long about what Kagura and their relationship is. Like, especially with Shinpachi, because it's like a father and daughter relationship with the whole Umibozu side, but then there's also as well, it's still like that brother and sister. Like, she likes being able to have something with Gintoki that she hasn't been able to have with Kami, because Kami has been on this fucking crazy lust for revenge. And it's just like, you know what? Do you know, honestly, Kami, do you want to know who the fucking true enemy is here? Isn't Utsuo. Isn't that fucking man at death's door right there? Isn't you like that? It isn't any of the guys I thought. It's me. I'm my own enemy. Like that. So I don't need something like the strongest. I don't need some crappy like name or something like that. Sounding like, you know, the idiot big brother of the earth. I'm Yoriza Gin. Like that. I am Sakata Gintoki. Like that. These people have given me a name to live for. They have made sure that I haven't just died. Like, after that war, I lost it. I lost everything I had. And I lived on in a fucking empty shell in a town like that. And that's just how it is. And it's just like, you know what? Get like fucking like Kagura, Shinpachi, they gave me a reason to live. And that's kind of, you think of a little bit more sadder about that when you think about the first chapter, or like the true first episode of the show. That basically Gintoki, in his own way, pretty much was clinging onto this character. Even as much as he didn't want to admit it, he was like, oh, I'm going to take this guy in and stuff like that. I feel like that was Gintoki's only way of saying, I need something from this monotony of life just to make sure I don't fucking kill myself. Like, and the same thing with Kagura, he had more stuff to leash onto, and the more that he was able to, you know, form with people, more bonds, more able to that, he was able to have more of a life and able to, like, not just kill himself. And you think about it, especially when he was there with, like, Otai, like, when you saw, like, all the time there, and also as well the old lady as well, like, the landlord, like, what would happen if she didn't find him? He would have just been dead. He hadn't eaten in days, he was on a fucking gravestone, for fuck's sake, and he just would have been just buried in a ditch. And it shows all these people that pretty much kept him on. And even though she saved his life, it wasn't until Kagura and Shinpachi came in his life that he was finally able to open up a little bit more and actually feel whole again. And I'm getting this from fucking one chapter, even like two chapters, like, when you want to talk about deep shit, an entire chapter just says that to you, and then you got, like, and then I'm not gonna lie, even though it's very fucking off topic, seeing, like, Gintama's, like, second to last in the rankings, yet a fucking chapter of Luffy cooking is like, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck out of here with this shit like that. I was like, say like what you want, I'm the fucking, like, tired of the series, but when you got something like that in a chapter, when you got something like that, as much as I love Clover and all that, as much as I love Black Clover, Black Clover's last chapter was a second, fuck out of here. Like, that's sad. That honesty is very sad. Like, that there are other shows, and I guess, like, the Japanese are like, no, I like Gintama when it's funny. I like it when it's a very comedy. That makes me laugh and stuff. It's like, that's not the whole point of the show. That's not the whole point of the series in general. So, I don't know. That, like, I'm leaving it off a negative note, but just to let you know, I fucking loved it. Like, that respect right there, what he did, and, like, actually saying it out open, because there was always hints and stuff about that, like what kind of Ginto he was beforehand, but just to pretty much just say that he was at Suicidal's death's door like that, and just seeing how he just dealt with it, that is some fucking respect right there. And I can wholeheartedly say that this is a fucking 10 chapter, and I love that. And honestly, fucking characters, even though he didn't have to say it, you can clearly say that they were kind of dancing around the topic of loneliness, emptiness, suicidal stuff. That's kind of a lot of stuff to talk about in a chapter, so that's some good shit. That's all from me though, everyone, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.